I was watching another video when I saw things. So out of a few seconds I've made this video. So we're going to start this one. When you look at this, the land does not bubble up and down like the moon. So whatever it is, looks like it's just there. In our reality, when he's filming, that thing's just there because the background isn't moving with that, is it? And it even moves to the right a bit. Obviously seconds have gone by, minutes have gone by, it's footage, but yeah, that's what I see there. Don't you think that's, you know, if you had to say where it was in the sky, where would you say it was? And it doesn't really look that far away from the aeroplane. Oh, this realm we live in. It's quite difficult to work it out, but it looks like it's there, not miles away, you know, like it looks like it's over the edge of this town there. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? The moon's an enigma, isn't it? An enigma. It doesn't look very big, does it, either, when you look at it? It looks quite small, doesn't it? And not very high up. Do you see what I mean? Do you see it now? It ain't very far up in the sky. Anyway, this is it speeded up. And also realising, like, looking at this, just how low the clouds are. Look how low the clouds are. Here they are. Moving moon. I'm just whizzing it backwards and forwards. Anyway, on to the next bit. Masses was moving around. I don't even know what some of this is. I think things like this, there's a star, that one's quite close, that one. Much closer than some of these, but this thing, it has two others that go with it, but I mean, these things look more like bugs in the sky. I don't know, they're just, and we've got that bright thing there as well, like a moon, just there. But anyway, these two are going with it, so I look at it because it's that triangle shape again. I mean, why are they flying like that? And then when that one gets to about here, then it turns into three lights. But you see that if these are stars, how low this, well, that one's moving, I think, but do you see how low these are? Yeah, these ones are a bit higher, but these are lower. Some of them are just above the clouds. Yeah, whatever that is, a ladybird bug. They're bugs of some kind, aren't they? They're like bugs, and they're like flies in the sky, whatever they are. Some of them are definitely planes. You can see on some of the footage, but some of them just look like insects flying around. Anyway, then we get into this bit because it's like a, whatever that is, it's like a moon. I don't know, was it like, and then it almost looked like it was firing, so I'll go back to that bit, it looked like it was firing a light up at, like a light was coming out of it going, let's have a look. Yeah, look, here. I don't know, like a beam. But anyway, and these things are a bit like, wow, like some of these have got to be aeroplanes, but they're like bugs, all moving around. But see how low these stars are? Because these ones are closer. These ones are really close to the plane. Anyway, it got a bit busy there, but I think I'll sort of zoom out again in a minute. I think it's better when I do that. Sometimes zooming in does not make things better. It makes it worse. But, you know, you're trying to make this point and you're going, can't you see it? And everybody might go, well, I don't know if I do. So sometimes, you know, but the lights were, don't know, I just zoomed in. But we're going to zoom back out in a second. So it's quite busy in front of this plane. I was thinking, wow. It's just flying into loads of planes. You would think, wouldn't you, like, because all the space is in the sky and they're all flying really close together. Yes, did you see that? Let's go back to that. I saw it. Let's see if I can get it again. Oh, I've missed it. You saw there. Do you see what I mean? You see, how far away are these stars when it's this side of this cloud and that cloud's going to go past the aeroplane? Do you see what I mean? Some of these stars are really close, and if they're really close here, how come they're really close to me as well when they're close to them? Do you see? Well, that's what I think. You're seeing them this side of this trail. Let's move on. I know it's a bit hard for people to gauge. I mean, some of these have got to be planes, surely, but they're so weird, the shapes they make. I mean, you would think they're like we're on Star Wars or something. Anyway, there's that thing looking like a moon with these objects flying around the whole time. Another bug-like thing. And that thing there is just above, you know, it's cloud level. So those things that are whoosh, whoosh, those are stars quite close. Anyway, it took me a little while to do this. There it is. There's the other one. And they're not that far apart, are they? I mean, that's a pretty bright star, isn't it? With the bug-like thing going past there on the left. There's so many things going on there anyway. I could make a few more videos out of it. I'm sure I see the triangle thing in there. I can make another one on that. And then there's that thing. So you've got this one here, and then this one. What's going on? What is going on? And what is that? Yes. You just capture these things. And then as it whizzed on just then, look. What shape is that? It's the stars, a bit fuzzy, but what shape are they? NASA sign. I thought that was a bit ironic. But I think those are the stars. Oh, look, there it is. That is the Big Dipper. Let's go back to here. This is the Big Dipper. Look, there's its stars. Yeah. Which I'm going to show you a bit more about that one in a minute. There it is. There is. They're flying now. There's part of its leg. So it goes up there and then round there. And look where it is. It's only just above the clouds. And then what it was is, as they were flying, I realised that it was this side of the clouds, because you could still see it through the clouds. Look. So it's got to be this side of the clouds. It looks much bigger than I thought it did then. But I'm doing quite a bit, so it's a bit further away. I don't know where all the bucket's gone, but yeah, look at that. Stars. They're not these glowing magical lights like I see them through my camera, but these orbs, they're all orbs. A bunch of orbs that you can see through. They're this side of the cloud. I said this before. I was watching a high altitude balloon journey, and you'd have to be really into it, but you could see the stars were below the camera. And that was at like 10, I don't know how many, 36,000 feet up or whatever. And yeah, larger ones. I think these are much closer. Oh look, it's the Big Dipper again. Now, this thing, I don't know what to make of this thing. It does all sorts of things. So, in a moment, I'm going to play it faster and see if you see it. I'm just hoping that you do. It's got a mind of its own, this thing, and is not an aeroplane. So it's moving around. Can you see it? It's sort of in the middle of the screen. But look how low this star is. And even this one. See, they're not very far away from the plane. The plane is flying near some of the stars. I mean, that is like a star when you look at the other things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play it at sped up, and hopefully you see the little blighter moving around. And then I'm going to talk about it a bit more, so we'll just let this play. Oh, and you know, this footage comes from what they took. They're filming their flight. They're not filming the thing moving. I just saw it on their footage. That's it, and it cuts into something else. So it's such a shame because they cut off somewhere else. But here it is again. So here it is a bit more zoomed in and slowed down, and you could see, we'll just go back to that bit there very quick. You can see how low these stars are. Anyway, so stars are not very far away after all, some of them. Anyway, this thing's gonna move around slowly. I've slowed it down. I mean, what the hell is that? It's got a mind of its own. Oh, those two little things sticking out the back. It's not an aeroplane, is it? It's a Klingon ship. Oh, there's another one going past there, look. And the aeroplanes, they look, if they're aeroplanes, they just look so weird. But this footage has been sped up and I've slowed it down, so. think we've got any idea what's going on up there. Oh, maybe that's why they had to close the skies down, because more of them were moving in or something. Anyway, it's looking more like a star there. Sorry, I just lost it for a second. There it is. It's looking more like a star, an orb. But it's still going to do its own thing. They're flying the plane. And I'm just... And sometimes they turn the camera. And so... I think they turn the camera in this bit. So... I've just zoomed into this bit. Is that a plane or is it a bug? And then, what are these things? Now, sometimes in photography, let's go back to that bit. Sometimes in photography, you can, oh, look at that. Do you know what that reminds me of? A while ago when everybody was catching these things, or spaceships out in space. Look, you could even say it's in space because it's got the stars around it, and that's supposed to be an aeroplane. Like, well, anyway, looks more like some insect. Anyway, let's move on because we're nearly at the end now. Beautiful colours, that one. Anyway, we're on this one, I think it is here, which was stationary for a little bit, so I had to speed it up, and then it starts to fly. So it come down, gone round and round, and then flies off sideways. That is not an aeroplane. But then they cut into something else, so that's all I can show you. But thanks for watching. What do you make of this video? I think it's all crazy, but that's what I see. Not my crazy, it's their crazy. All happening above our heads.